So what we're doing here is exhibiting what we call paddock within a paddock. And that is specifically a method to be able to control problem areas within a bigger paddock. So what we're looking at here is we've got an area where we've got several issues. We've got buckbrush, we've got honey locust, we've got a little bit of briar in here, some milkweed and so forth that we just simply want to control. Not that any of these in and of themselves are bad, but we don't want them becoming the dominant species in the mix. So where we have areas where we need impact to try to control incursions of certain species, then we can use this strategy of a paddock within a paddock. So what we have here is we have the entrance to this new paddock near our water tank there, and the back of the paddock is back here just slightly over this rise. So the cattle will get, once they're turned into here, they'll eventually get this whole paddock to graze for the 24-hour period. But initially what we're doing is when they come into this paddock, they think they've got this whole paddock. But in actuality, all they have is this problem area here. So we're going to have significantly higher stock density because we've got less than 1/4 of an acre represented here. So that's going to give us a stock density of over 500,000 pounds per acre. Now what we do here, we're not worried about whether they have water to drink, we're not worried about shade, and we're not even worried about what they eat, because when we turn them in here, they're only going to be in here about 30 minutes. That's all it's going to take at that kind of stock density and them moving back and forth across this to be able to get a high degree of trample. And that's precisely the impact that we're looking for, is that trample impact. We're not worried about anything else. And then, so we're going to stand here or sit on our UTV, whatever we want to do, and we're going to observe our cattle for that 30 minutes or so. And when we get the desired degree of impact, then it is simple as reeling up this little strand here and turning them out into the bigger paddock for the rest of the 24-hour period. Now, how long did it take us to construct our paddock within a paddock? 3 minutes from start to finish. So that's all the time it takes for you to be able to do something like this and get a very high level impact. Now, what's going to happen here with paddock within a paddock, once we get the desired degree of trample, is that all of the other plant species growing here and what's in the seed bank will then be able to outcompete our problem species, our buckbrush and our honey locust. And then that will allow all of these other species to come on up. We'll have applied a lot of hoof action, intense hoof action, a lot of manure and urine for fertility. And that type of stock density and impact, not only will it solve this problem that is occurring here, but next year, this one strip where we did this will be much more highly visible. The added fertility in next season's grazing will be very evident. And we will see a dark green patch here with anywhere from 2 to 3 times the forage biomass production versus what we saw prior to that level of impact.